Hi, welcome to Learn English and Practice with Marie. Today we're going to do Advanced Vocabulary Builder lesson number 57. We'll go through 10 advanced words and talk about their definitions, parts of speech, and a couple of example sentences. We'll finish with a story for extra practice. This is a series, so if you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe. Let's get started. First, listen to me read the words. Fathom, allocate, obdurate, implicit, juxtapose, opulent, antediluvian, justify, versatile, indignation. Fathom. This means to understand, comprehend. It's a verb. So essentially, fathom means to understand. Typically, I'll hear this word in the context of someone not being able to fathom something. So, for example, I can't fathom why genocide occurs. Obviously, it's tragic and awful, and I don't understand it fully. Examples we have are, she couldn't fathom the depth of his sorrow until she saw the pain in his eyes. It was hard for him to fathom how quickly his life had changed in just a few days. Allocate. This means to distribute resources or duties for a particular purpose. It's a verb. So you can think of allocating as dividing something, divvying it up. So you could use this word in the context of an army allocating food rations to the soldiers. So that would be dividing up that food amongst the soldiers. Examples we have are, the manager had to allocate resources efficiently to complete the project on time. She carefully allocated her energy throughout the day to balance work and personal activities. Obdurate. This means stubbornly refusing to change one's opinion or course of action. It's an adjective. So obdurate sounds very similar to obstinate. They have the same root there. And someone who's obdurate is just resistant to admitting they're wrong or changing or doing anything other than what they want to do. Examples are, despite the evidence presented, he remained obdurate in his belief that he was right. Her obdurate refusal to apologize strained her relationships with those around her. Implicit. This means implied, though not plainly expressed, as an adjective. Essentially, or very closely connected with, as an adjective. Or always found in, as an adjective. So you can think of implicit and implied as synonyms. Implicit is often getting at something unspoken, something that's true, but we don't formally or verbally acknowledge it. It's just an implied truth. Examples are, there was an implicit understanding between them that they would always support each other. The implicit trust between the partners was the foundation of their successful business. Juxtapose. This means place or deal with closely together for contrasting effect. It's a verb. So typically, you're juxtaposing two very different things. For example, I might display an apple and an orange, and we can notice the differences side by side. So juxtapose is essentially displaying two things or acknowledging two things and focusing on how different they are. Examples are, the art exhibit juxtaposed classical paintings with contemporary sculptures. The film director used clever editing to juxtapose scenes from different time periods. Opulent. This means characterized by rich abundance, verging on ostentation. It's an adjective. So this concept of opulence is just riches and fanciness and a lot of very, very lavish things. Examples are, the opulent chandeliers and grand marble staircase greeted guests as they entered the luxurious mansion. The opulent feast included a lavish spread of gourmet dishes and rare wines. Antediluvian. This means ancient as an adjective. There's also the very literal meaning of it being of or belonging to the time before the biblical flood, and that's also an adjective. The word flood here is capitalized on purpose. Often those who belong to Christian traditions believe that those big events or big figures in their religion should be capitalized. So out of respect, I have done that here. You'll also notice the word God in Christian traditions is capitalized. So antediluvian is obviously a very long word. I wouldn't use it in normal casual conversation. It's a little excessive. Why not just say ancient? But essentially it's getting at something that's, pretty old, pretty archaic. Examples are the explorer uncovered an antediluvian artifact, providing a glimpse into ancient civilizations. The antediluvian manuscripts contained knowledge that had been lost for centuries. Justify. So this means to show or prove to be right or reasonable as a verb, to defend or uphold as warranted or well-grounded also as a verb. So to justify something is to demonstrate that it was the right course of action or that it was the correct thing to do. It would be to provide a justification. I might, for example, justify getting an ice cream cone by the fact that I went to the gym earlier and I exercised, so maybe I deserve it. Examples are the defendant's lawyer worked tirelessly to justify his client's innocence. She had to justify her decisions to allocate more funds to research and development. Versatile. This means able to adapt or be adapted to many different functions or activities. It's an adjective. So someone or something that's versatile is able to change easily, to kind of mold themselves into different contexts. For example, you might say that Meryl Streep is versatile. She has played so many different roles. She's always amazing in what she does. And to be such a versatile actress is a real talent. Examples we have are the versatile actor effortlessly transitioned from comedy to drama in his roles. Her versatile skill set made her an asset in various departments within the company. Indignation. This means anger or annoyance provoked by what is perceived as unfair treatment. It's a noun. So to experience indignation is to experience a very negative emotion. It's this feeling that something unjust, something unfair has happened, and you're upset by it. For example, if you're at work and a coworker who you feel doesn't work that hard gets a raise and now gets to make more money, you might experience indignation if you feel like you were the one who deserved that raise and you worked harder. Examples are his indignation was evident when he learned of the unfair treatment his colleagues had received. The employees expressed their indignation at the sudden changes to their work schedules. So let's do a story for extra practice. In the heart of the opulent mansion, Mr. Harrington, a man of substantial wealth, held steadfastly to antediluvian beliefs. His opulence was matched only by his obdurate viewpoints when clashed with the changing world outside. Mr. Harrington could not fathom the shifting tides of society, nor could he allocate room for new ideas in his mind. His implicit trust in tradition led him to juxtapose the past with the present, justifying his reluctance to adapt. A family gathering brought about a clash of ideologies. His versatile and open-minded grandchildren stood in stark contrast to his indignant, unyielding stance. Their indignation grew as they tried to bridge the gap, to no avail. In the face of their implicit challenge, Mr. Harrington's resolve remained unyielding. He couldn't fathom why they couldn't see the value in his antediluvian ways. The room bore witness to the juxtaposition of generations, each holding their ground. As the sun set over the opulent estate, Mr. Harrington's obdurate beliefs remained unchanged. The hope for understanding lingered, yet the gulf seemed insurmountable. In the fading light, the antediluvian man grappled with the need to evolve, a battle between tradition and progress that echoed through the grand halls. So let's practice these words one more time. Fathom, allocate, obdurate, implicit, juxtapose, opulent, antediluvian, justify, versatile, indignation. Great job today. There are other videos like this on this channel, and there will be more. This advanced vocabulary series will just keep going to at least 100 videos. So please check out videos and playlists right down here, and feel free to ask questions in the comments. I'll be sure to check them out. Thanks so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!